Hi there, everybody. Yes, hi and welcome to tonight's live stream. I'm just setting up the last technical details here. We're gonna make sure that the chat works within the OBS, so to speak. Hi there, Gadget. Oh, Inspector Gadget. Yeah, that was a nice show. Yeah, welcome to the live stream. But we don't have the chit chat here on screen. We need that to happen. Let's see if we can pop out the chat like this. Veronica, Magnolia, welcome. So where's from? Yeah, it's you again, Gadget. Good to see you. So I'm trying to pop in the chat from Streamlabs, but apparently the link is not working properly. So I'll just cut in the regular YouTube chat maybe. See how that works. Chat YouTube. So how is everybody tonight? Ooh, that's an ugly one. Well, well, as long as it works, I guess. Yeah, so the idea here tonight is doing a little listening party because we got tons of requests for different Clair Obscur tracks to listen to. And I did this poll on my YouTube channel where you got to vote for either Clair Obscur or Silk Song. And apparently we had 154 votes until now, and it's 88% Clair Obscur, while we have 12% wanting to hear Silk Song. So I guess we're doing another Clair Obscur tonight. And it's all good if I can see the chat too. Robe de Jour. Dragonite. No, I haven't listened to Robe de Jour. Unfortunately not. Yeah, so in the intro here we're listening to a track from yours truly called Chambers of Adamantius. And it's a track from my double album Diabolical Lilith. Oh, there! Apparently the chat works. Let's just get rid of that ugly YouTube box then. Yeah, so that was from my double album Diabolical Lilith. It's part 1 and part 2, and the track was called The Chamber of Adamantius. Okay, so I'm gonna check it out, Dragonite. Thanks for suggesting a track. But we are going to listen to some Clair Obscur tracks, and as some of you might have known, I've played through the game, and it was a totally lovely experience. And I'll make a separate video talking about the whole gameplay experience, because I guess we don't want to give away too much from the game. No spoilers, so to speak. But it's very easy to lean into those spoilers when we start talking about the actual game and stuff. But yeah, let's try to focus a little bit more on the music maybe. So did you all play through Clair Obscur and finish the game? So I'm gonna fetch the playlist I prepared for this little event, and I picked out some of the tracks that you mentioned in the comments of the YouTube post. So you might hear some of the tracks that you picked out there tonight. So this last track we're listening to is called The Wine and Silent Walls. Also from Diabolical Lilith. Part 2, I think. But if you want to listen to more of these dark and brooding tracks, you can check out my double album either on my Bandcamp or any streaming service. It's quite dark and brooding tracks in this double album. Okay, so I found a playlist. So we're gonna begin with a track called, let's see here. We're gonna begin with Aux Lendemains, Révérence. Recognize the chord progression and melody. Cheers. Really love the piano playing. I'm just gonna pause there for a bit. And yeah, it gives a totally different emotional weight if you played through the game and experienced the emotional arc and all the different ups and downs in the game, obviously. And as I mentioned earlier, no spoilers mentioned, but it definitely gives a totally different weight. And when we have this like solo piano thing, personally, I'm a big sucker for piano, no matter what. So, but hearing the themes in just with solo piano gives you a very like close up, and yeah, it gets very emotional. Love the diminuendo here. And then it stops. A little bit sudden maybe in the stop there, but yeah, a really lovely track. And it's lovely that it's just raw piano in this track, and like Inspector said there in the harbor with Sophie when he put on the uniform, yeah. Yeah, it's really heartbreaking to hear this. I haven't actually listened to, like gone through the whole playlist of tracks on a streaming service like this, but yeah, really emotional, and love that it's a solo piano and all the dynamics that we have in this track. Also the dynamic arc, like you can almost feel like different scenarios in the game that you've been experiencing. Yeah. So we're going to continue and listen to a track called Spring Meadows, from Spring Meadows. This one is Beneath the Blue Tree. Different vibe. Nice build here. I'm just gonna stop there. I know it's in the middle of a build here, but it's really cool that they introduce a duduk. I think it's the duduk woodwind instrument. You can hear it in a lot of like Dune movies, for example, and yeah, movies that's from like deserts and stuff. The duduk, really lovely instrument, and yeah, it fits really nicely here with the vibe of the track. And again, what a contrast here towards if you compare it to the previous track we listened to, Aux Lendemains, Révérence, where we have just a solo piano. Here we have like yeah, battle, so to speak. Yeah, what a build. it's so nice with these like EDM breaks in the middle of the track like that. So really nice contrast to the other tracks. But it feels it fits nicely within the game. It's just such an eye-opener when you reach different areas in the game or reach different battles and stuff, and you get these kind of totally variations in the themes, like when you meet Monaco. It's really nice to hear that in the soundtrack, all this variation. Yeah, it's definitely Laurent Testard, the composer here, is really great at mixturing different influences and genres into the music. It's really lovely to hear. But kudos to all the people involved in this production. I mean, all the orchestral arrangers and all the different string players and the cellist. We love the cello, you know that. And the duduk players and babu players. We actually brought out the duduk during one of my live streams. Were you in that live stream, Gadget? In a vague moment I managed to talk about, I had some video laying around previously among my older videos where I played the duduk. It's a really lovely instrument. Yeah, it's a lot of conversations and a lot of counterpoints in different voices and counterpoint in instruments. It's you never lose interest in the music. There's like no weak points, or so to speak, in the music so far. Okay, so what next? Should we take on We Lost? What do you think? We Lost. Let's hear it. It's a quite long track, 8 minutes, 33 seconds. Let's take on We Lost. I love the synth bass there. My God, what a transition. Yeah. It's so uplifting. Like the perfect break. I love this. Perfection. And into 6/8 time signature. a voice! What a voice! Yeah, again, the contrast here, they're just insane in this track. Yet another track with such variation and power. A lot of power. And yeah, such a contrast to hear Alice's voice and then hear this screaming voice. I can't recall the name of the singer here. Maybe you can write that in the chat, but he did an amazing job during doing those screaming parts. And yet again, it takes me back to the recalling Nightwish. Yeah, Victor Borba. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks, Veronica. Really nice for mentioning that. And yeah, as I actually come from a metal background with playing in death metal bands, progressive metal bands, and all that stuff. So I really enjoy these types of heavy vocals, Pantera and stuff. So it's really lovely to hear this in a game soundtrack. It's very seldom you hear these type of voices in game soundtracks. So great work. Yes, I just need to pause there and also talk about the mix here, because it is a massive mix, and like you mentioned there, Gadget, the chorals. And someone said in one of the comments that it was mixed badly or something, but I can assure you that it's extremely hard to mix this type of symphonic metal, but also symphonic orchestral. Like this, because there's so many instruments and you want everything to be audible, and you still have to balance, and some sounds do need to have to be a little bit more obscure to get the other sounds to be more audible and stuff. It's extremely hard to make everything sit right, but I feel it's a really great balance, especially this mix that we can hear on. I'm listening on from Spotify here, but I feel it's a very well balanced mixed in this one, actually. But as I mentioned, it's really hard to get everything right in the mix, and everyone is going to have their own opinion on what instruments they really want to hear in the mix and stuff. But indeed, the vocals are the main focus, so bring up the choirs, bring up the voice of Victor Borba and Alice, and we're all good to go. And that's also what I personally focus on in my own music. Are we out of focus? And that is to focus on the most important key thing in the music, and it's often the vocals that need to be front and in the center, so to speak. I'm not gonna pause. Let's continue here. Crisp sound. man, do you hear all the harmonies in that choir? It's just amazing. And again, it's so lovely that it's in focus and very audible and high in the mix. Really love this section too. So lovely section. Talk about climax. That's a really cool ending there. Love the sounds. That was a really, really cool outro. So cool to hear the piano mixed in with the cymbals and stuff at the very end of the cue. Yeah. Yeah, we really love his Victor Orba's vocals, Dragonite. Inspector, did you try to hear Aux? Let's see if I can pronounce this. You're all probably French, so you can pronounce this. But Aux Lendemains non Écrits. Sounds like a end credits music or something. Yeah, I think we have that one on the list here. I mean, I picked the tracks that you chose from my poll, the YouTube poll. So we have the tracks, Aux Lendemains. So I think we can take that one up next here. So do we have some new people in here that's not been here on my channel before? Anyways, we mostly talk about music on my channel, and we're going to continue talking about music here, but with a focus on games. And I also like to mention my Patreon, patreon.com/Gellhain, if you want to support my channel and my work here on YouTube, and also learn more about music, because I also have a cinematic music course that all the Patreons gain access to. And yeah, we also have some other secret stuff and exclusive stuff for Patreons. So head over to patreon.com/Gellhain and check out my Patreon. I appreciate all the support on my channel so far. It's very lovely to get all the sweet feedback on these reaction videos and on the different music videos I make. So thanks a lot to everybody. Okay, so solo, I don't know how you take requests. This is my first time being in one of your lives. Welcome, solo. Where from? Let us know your favorite tracks here in the chat, in the chit-chat. You should check out Visages. Yeah, so maybe we can listen to that one too. I don't think I have that one on the list here. But we'll see. We'll see how many tracks we can listen to here today. Your rec is also super good. Please listen to Rob de Jure. Okay, so you're learning French now too, solo. Awesome. Yeah, it's a really lovely game experience. So let's continue here, guys, and listen to Aux Lendemains. Non-Écrits. Again, totally different vibe from the previous two tracks. But we'll probably...
Miroir du temps, nos histoires s'alignent dans le creux de nos mains. Deux mondes se dessinent, l'un peint de rêve où le chagrin s'efface, l'autre nu et réel où notre deuil prend place. Au lendemain non écrit, sous les étoiles où tout commence, rien ne finit. Dans l'étreinte du destin, les liens restent éternels dans le dessin. Toi le vierge, horizon lointain, peignons ensemble les couleurs de demain. Au clair obscur, œuvres infinies. Chaque pas trace la route d'une vie.
That's a gorgeous voice.
Au lendemain non écrit, sous les étoiles où tout commence, rien ne finit. Dans l'étreinte du destin, les liens restent éternels dans le dessin.
Okay, so I'm gonna be honest here. This is a new favorite. I think it's maybe it's my new favorite track from the whole soundtrack here. Just that acoustic guitar again, like we had with one of the first songs there, with just the bare piano. It's the same thing happens to me when we have like a single instrument and just a voice. It doesn't take a whole arrangement of 100 tracks. You can have a guitar and vocals, or a piano and vocals, and you have the best feeling in the world, or the best feeling. You have the most, maybe it's the most tear-filled feeling in the world, but it just hits so hard. The acoustic guitar and Ellie's voice there, so close without a lot of reverb. I'm just gonna need to hear the beginning one more time before we go to the next track.
Miroir du temps, nos histoires s'alignent. Dans le creux de nos mains, deux mondes se dessinent.
Yeah, that's all it takes. The acoustic guitar and the vocals, then you have a hit. So, a new favorite, Aux Lendemains. I'm gonna try to learn how to pronounce this track. But yeah, really lovely track. New favorite. It's a super good song, solo. It's definitely one of my favorite from the game, from an emotional sound. Yeah. Too hard to counter. Yeah, it is absolutely too hard to counter that kind of emotions that you get from such a close and maybe intimate is the best sound for it. An intimate track. So next up, we're gonna listen to Visages. Portrait, Imparfait. Let's see what this one's all about. As I mentioned earlier, I've played through the game, so many of the tracks I might have heard, and some of them might have get lost in memory. The main channel, but when we can hear them like this and focus more on them, more on the music, so to speak. Visages, Portrait. So again, every track that we've listened to so far has a totally different vibe and not totally different instrumentation, but a lot of variation in the instrumentation. So it's always exciting to discover and listen through the tracks like this and hear how everything changes, and the dynamics of the different tracks. It's just so lovely. Yeah. Love the track so far. It's really cool in this part that that cello almost sounds like a voice, in this case mixed with all the different vocal layers. It's really cool to hear that suddenly in some areas of the melody it pops out and you can hear that it's a cello, but sometimes it actually sounds like one of the voices in the choir. So lovely little detail that I just came across when listening. Yeah, so solo, this is actually requested by one of the other subscribers from the poll post that I did here on YouTube. But we can maybe check out that other Visages track after listening to this one. So let's continue here. It's like a canon. Also great ending on that track. Really lovely. A lot of counterpoint and almost canon. Like the different voices repeating each other but later in time. It's a really cool track. So they're experimenting a lot with the vocals there when they did that climb. And they almost go to unpitched and then they drift into the pitch, and really great vocal arrangement on this track. Like all the other tracks, it's all good. Serene was hypnotizing, yes, it was indeed. Dragonite, colored little, yeah. I'm gonna watch them in concert in Paris. Lucky you. Yeah, I'd love to see Lauren Testard and Alice in concert too, and the whole and hear them play a lot of tracks from Clair Obscur. That would be lovely, but I don't know if they will come to Sweden. Hopefully they will come over here sometime. Okay, so let's look up your track there, Solo. It was another Visages track. So I'm walking through the comments. See which one you had requested. We still have a few tracks from the request list from the poll. But maybe we can squeeze in this one. Maybe you can just repeat it in the comments, the track that you requested. Yeah, it's probably a lot of tracks that I haven't bumped into either from the game, because I didn't fight all the different bosses that you can find. I didn't fight Simon yet, for an example. And I'd love to meet him. We'll see what happens. I also haven't experienced the second ending, but we'll see if I can do that here. We started this Aria pour Unmask the Colère. Mask the colors. Okay, let's see if I can find that one. Searching, finding. Ah, there we have it. Steam intro. What are those sounds?
Gone away, empty are this chamber that used to be twist and burst, glowing bright and fierce and glowing bright and fierce and proud. I'm reaching for the stars, the ones I've seen for so long. My tears, misery, all is wrong. I'm reaching for the stars, the ones I've seen for so long. My heart, my soul, all around. I try to remember the time that we shared the laughter and love, the laughter and love that we always shared. He gave his life for mine, and I will always mourn my brother's gone. But his love will live on, will live on, love will live on.
Wow. Just wow, yeah. Yeah, also really lovely track, and quite unexpected in the melody at sometimes. Really lovely, and nice to hear the lyrics too for once and understand something. Dragonite, sorry, yeah, maybe you have to rewind a little bit and listen. It's yeah, it was a really lovely track. Cool to hear some pipe organs doing that one. Okay, so we're gonna see which tracks we didn't hear yet. Our Drafts Collides. Let's give that one. Maybe we should listen to the first one. First one first. But need to find the list. The list. Where are you? The list. The terminal list. Anyone seen that one? Yeah, Our Drafts Unite is the first one, so maybe we can take that one first. Obviously. There's so many tracks in the soundtrack, so it's really hard to, you have to search for the different names. Our drafts unite. Let's see. Yeah, it's a shorter one. But we're gonna give that one a play. Yeah, it's a lot of people that has requested our drafts unite and our drafts collides. I think it's been requested like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 11, 14 times. Many times. Yeah, heroic. We know this melody, all right. Leading us straight into Alicia. Yeah, so that was a really cool track. And if I'm not mistaken, this Our Drafts Unite is from the battle with Maelle. From the beginning of the game. It's a few hours since I played the intro, but I think it's from the battle with Maelle. The like test fight or something. Am I correct? Or am I wrong? Lovely to see so many new people in here. Late to the game. Let's see here. Gonna check some comments. Hey Nuvi, Rockston, welcome to the stream. Where from? Have you already heard Rain from the Ground? No, I haven't listened to that one yet. Sorry, I was late to the stream. No worries. Good to see you. Good to have you on board. Rain from the Ground. Flying Waters, Goblu. Yeah, so a lot of people requested that one too. I'm gonna add that to my little list. Rain from the Ground, Goblu, Flying Waters. Yeah, I think I know that track. I think I actually know that track. It's a really lovely one. They're all great tracks. Just like no bad tracks on this soundtrack. I don't think I heard any track that I felt like, oh, this one was boring or this one was lacking in this area or that area. I'm often very picky when it comes to mixes and sounds and yeah, and voices, but this is always spot on. Okay, so we've listened to Our Drafts Unite. Let's continue here and listen to Our Drafts Collide. Collides. Elrinth, welcome. Yeah, what an opening on that track. Say hi to my brother Elrinth. That's my brother right there in the chit chat. Everything composed with symphonic orchestra. Not so much. It's mostly organic, real, live human players, Elrinth. It's my brother Niklas Holmgren. Go check out his YouTube channel. And at the same time, I'd like to give a shout out to Marco Meatball. Check out his YouTube channel. He does a lot of great reaction videos and a lot of game playthroughs too. Actually, talking about gameplay playthroughs, now when we've finished Clair Obscur, should we go with Silk Song or should we go with Ghosts of, the new one. Not Ghost of Tsushima. What's it called? Ghost of... can't recall the name, but it's a new Ghost of Tsushima game. I'm really interested in that one. So maybe we should go with that one for the Ghost of Yutei. Should we go with that one? Ghosts of Yoda. Ghosts of Yutei. Should we go with that one for a game playthrough? Yeah, let me know in the chat. Let's continue listening.
Notre voyage s'arrête, nos chemins divergent. Alors que l'un s'éteint, écoute le chant lointain.
Laisse derrière
nous ce cœur immortel. Dans ce monde peint, l'amour est artificiel. Dans ces mondes reculés, nos histoires se rejoignent, dérivant vers des toiles incertaines. Dans nos cœurs, un lien éternel brille. Nos dessins se confrontent. Pour nos âmes enlacées, pour nos cœurs déchirés.
There's a very nice counterpoint in this one, which means that you have different melodies that's playing their own melody, so to speak, but it works very nicely against each other. And yeah, again, a very nice percussion work here. It's not just over the top, but perfectly balanced. Really love that. And great violin playing too. Oh, those harmonics. Ah, the cello. Love those chords. Just lovely. Yeah, very lovely ending with those like lonely notes. Another great track. Okay, so here's next up we have a track that I think you will recognize. Yeah, the cello is it's just spectacular in this soundtrack, and I'd really love to hear a little bit more of that maybe. But yeah, it's lovely. Michael Brooks, welcome to the live stream. Good to have you on board. Yeah, Veronica, the cello is it's amazing. Yeah, you can definitely hear a lot of motifs like repeat throughout the different tracks. And that's the lovely thing about the game soundtracks, in at least in my opinion, that you can have motifs, and then they come back in different variations and different shapes and in different counterpoints variation, and with different voices, with different instruments. It's a lovely experience compared to listening to ordinary albums, so to speak. But in game soundtracks you have this lovely variation, but still it can be the same theme in like 20 tracks. Doesn't matter. But and you can hear that a lot in this soundtrack. You have some of the themes, the Alicia theme coming back multiple times through different variations. But guess the next track here It begins with an R. 6 letters. Guess the track. And now when we're more people here in the live stream, thanks a lot to all of you for watching my videos on my YouTube channel, for supporting my work here. Please consider becoming a patron, either as a free patron or one of the paid tiers. All the help to support my work here on YouTube, and as to give something back to you, I have this cinematic music course that we're running, that you gain for free when you join as a patron. And you also gain access to a lot of like behind the scenes footages and stuff that I don't post on my regular YouTube channel, which might be just me hanging around here in the studio or downstairs in the kitchen or wherever. But we're gonna do a lot of fun stuff over at the Patreon. So make sure you check out my Patreon at patreon.com/Gelhain. Vision Stern, hi there, welcome. Crownest, have you listened to Monaco? No, we haven't listened to Monaco today, but and I actually haven't done a video with the Monaco theme, but I really love that one. It's really cool. CL Music Box theme, yeah, that's a really sad one too. As I mentioned previously here, very early in the live stream, I don't want to do too much like spoilers, but I guess it's gonna happen. But yeah, trying to stay away from Michael Brooks, Cookie Cooker, Veronica. Yeah, you all guessed right. We are gonna listen to Renoir. Love that intro. Man, the violence. Yeah, we have to go watch them if they come to Sweden, Elrinth. That last chord really catches you off guard. Yeah, what a track. This track actually goes like everywhere. and a lot of lovely dynamics. Just a really great track, the Renoir, and it's also been requested multiple times. But yeah, as with the videos, I really have to focus on what to do next and stuff. So that's why I compiled and wanted to do this live stream instead, because we can cover a lot more stuff, and you can take part of the listening experience and decide what we should listen to next year. Yeah, it's a really dynamic soundtrack, Elrinth. Loki Kappa. Vision Extern, welcome. Lance Lopez, welcome to the live stream. Good to see you. No, we haven't listened to a Surf and Fair. Legionario. Welcome to the stream, you too. I'm gonna read through some comments here and see if we missed something. Until You're Gone. Yeah, that's a really lovely track. Really lovely track, Krugger. Yeah, we did the Visages portrait Imparfait, Michael Brooks, but I think someone already mentioned that we did that one. You can always rewatch the live stream. I'm gonna leave it on my YouTube channel later too, so you can jump in and listen if you missed some of the tracks. Yeah, it's a lot of nice songs, and we don't want to miss too many of them. Okay, so we had a listen to these. So I think we walked through the whole list. We did the list. We finished. Well, we still have a lot of tracks in the soundtrack, so we finished the list, but there are some requests here. We have Flying Waters, Goblu. Let's take that one. I think I recall that track. Yeah, I love this one. Man, I love this one. It's one of those more like outerworldly kind of tracks. So many lovely sounds in this track. Yeah, the underwater. It reminds me somehow of what's the game? Skylanders. Sounds like something from Skylanders. I love the choirs. Vula. Again, it's a very lovely mixture of sounds in this track, like the handheld small percussion tablas, or I don't know, it's not tablas, it's some other kind of percussion instrument, but again, it's a really nice, sweet mixture of sounds in this one. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff happening in the panning, Elrinth. It's really cool to hear all the nice sounds blend together so well. Again, very nice mix in this one. Yeah, Michael Brooks, this is definitely... it sounds like a hand drum, or it's sometimes called the alien drum, or there's some other name also for propanium, I think it's sometimes also, or maybe that's another instrument, but it sounds similar, propanium, and the handpan. Alien drum. I actually have it sampled in various variations. It's really lovely to use in soundtracks. But I wasn't thinking, that it was not that instrument I was talking about, it was this. I'm gonna rewind a little bit here. It's these, the little clicks and clacks that you have in the background. Maybe it's drumming on a guitar or something. It could be anything. That's a really cool track, this Flying Waters Goblu. Indeed, it's like a sonar subsurface kind of sounds. Really lovely soundtrack. Letter to Maelle, Vision Extreme. No, we didn't do Letter to Maelle, but as I mentioned in, I think I talked about it in my live stream and also maybe in some of the videos, that I obviously got very connected to Maelle because I have a daughter of my own, and she's 14 years old, Leia. So it's very easy to connect to her. So I obviously chose to play her throughout the whole game, obviously with some other characters too, but I always kept Maelle in the team. En Garde, such a lovely character. And I obviously, no spoilers, but Letter to Maelle, yeah, we can take that one. Obviously. Let me just look that one up. Letter to Maelle. Somebody created a sound playlist. Maelle, my goat. Why can't I find it? Lettre. Lettre. I'm misspelling here. Spelling English. Swinglish. On what disc is that one? I think I saw it when I was browsing the playlist from Lorient to Start. Bum bum bum. Trying to find. Background music. The Departure. Okay, I found it. Finally.
Etenam lutes lutera, radulinam guardiam diriram.
Yeah, I found Letter to Maelle. Lettre à Maelle. I found it. But I just want to listen to this one a little bit. Departure here is really lovely with the trumpet, the lonely trumpet and the piano.
Clair obscur, au taille couvrira les ailes, vivra pour eux. Clair obscur, ôtera, brisera les fers, Rodéo curato trouvera l'illuminé pour elle. Ô clair obscur, trouble peinture, rature, luminé sauva vivre sans elle, et au néant luminé brillera sans elle. Clair obscur, rosa et feuille, courbera les ailes, vivra pour elle. Clair obscur, ôtera, brisera les feuilles, Rodéo curato trouvera l'illuminé pour elle. Clair obscur, au chant lointain, résonna pour elle. Obscur au néant, se brûlera, Rodéo canevas, souvenir éternel.
Yeah, I also didn't notice the trumpet in this track and the trombone. Sounds like it's seldom that you hear a trombone that like naked in a mix, and sounds like a very hard instrument to play. You probably need the lungs of doom to play it. At least it sounds like that. I never tried to play the trombone myself, but sounds like that. Yeah, it's played there quite early in the game. So so I found a Letter to Maelle, so let's take that one. I'm gonna actually add it to my playlist because I know I love that melody. Yeah, that's also one of the more emotional. I think the lights turned out there. It's one of the more emotional cues. Lettre Maelle. Really love the melody in that one. Really, really lovely. Okay, so what should we listen to next? A final track before we start crying. Stop crying. Elrinth. Embracing. Yeah, the Promenade. It's also a nice one. Let's take that one. The Gestural Merchant, yeah, that's a lovely one. It's really cool to hear the theme repeated on these different instruments. I just love the variation in the melody. It's so simple yet so powerful. The power is in the simplicity, I guess. Joab Steinberg, Dualliste. Yeah, we have to take that one. I talked about it previously in some videos that I wanted, or in some comments that I wanted to do that track. So. And Cyrene, Tisserle Beauty. Locke Kappa, that's also a good track. Yeah, we need the contrast, Gadget. Inspector Gadget, we need the contrast. It's a really cool track, this one. This theme, I'm just gonna let it play in the background, but it instantly reminds me of I think it was in like the first hour or first half hour or something when I played the Clair Obscur for the first time. I actually found a little bug, so to speak, but when I was on the town square and I started talking with somebody and I was standing on the other side of some benches, and then suddenly I teleported to the other side. But aside from that, I didn't bump into too many like obvious bugs in the game when playing. I guess it's a feature. Town portal. Town square portal. Anyways, it was a fun little moment. Ooh, that ending chord. Love that one. Yeah, it's a really nice vibe, and thanks for that one, Gadget. We really needed to get some uplifting tracks in our playlist. Okay, next track. The Forgotten Battlefield, Dualliste. just love this track. I love the boss too, obviously. The mix is perfect. We just have to pause there a little bit and give Daniel Sicard here a big applause for the orchestration. Really great work with the orchestration on Clair Obscur here. Really love everything you did with the melodies and harmonies. Love it. You want to say hi? Did you try Our Drafts Collides? Yeah, we listened to that previously here in the live stream. Maybe is it possible to rewind? Or you can rewatch it later, maybe. Good to have you on board, Daniel. Welcome aboard. So we're listening to Dualliste. But we've gone through quite a lot of tracks here tonight. We might do another live stream too and cover some of the other tracks because it's, immense amount of really nice tracks on this soundtrack and so much variation. And again, really great orchestration. I love the work you did with the instruments. It's one of my favorite tracks. It's so lovely to hear that all the different outros of the tracks also have quite a unique style, and you have different instrumentations on different outros too. That's really lovely to hear. Okay, should we take a last one? Take a last one for Daniel. Daniel can pick the last track. Lovely to have you on board, so you can pick the last track we're gonna listen to here tonight. Any track. Fire away. Yeah, I'll probably have to replay the game and just enjoy the music. Unbeat Trilogy. Yeah, then I'll never be able to go to sleep 33 minutes later. Any other track except that one. I already did them on videos, but we're trying to cover tracks that I didn't do on video, but we did a lot of great tracks today. And I actually found one new favorite among the tracks. Yeah, they are 11 minutes each track. So they sum up to 33 minutes. For the sake of Expedition 33. Which is also a lovely little addition. Yeah, nice to see so many new people here on join in on the live stream. Yeah, World Map Until You're Gone, that's also a very lovely track. Yeah, we did Departure. We Lost, Our Drafts Collides, Aux Lendemains, Non-Écrits. Sorry for my French. Spring Meadows, Beneath the something. We did Visages, Portrait Imparfait. We did Renoir, All the Lumière, Révérence. Visages, Aria pour un Masque. Our Drafts Unite. We did Flying Waters, Goblu. Lettre à Maelle. Non-Écrits. Yeah, we're gonna take that one. We can take that one again. It's a lovely track. Let's do it for Daniel. Again, thanks for joining in tonight. Awesome to see you here.
Miroir du temps, nos histoires s'alignent.
Favorite one.
Dans le creux de nos mains,
Great pick.
deux mondes se dessinent. L'un peint de rêve, où le chagrin s'efface. L'autre nu et réel, où notre deuil prend place. Au lendemain non écrit, sous les étoiles où tout commence, rien ne finit. Dans l'étreinte du destin, les liens restent éternels dans le dessin. Toi le vierge, horizon lointain, peignons ensemble les couleurs de demain. Au clair obscur, œuvres infinies. Chaque pas trace la route d'une vie. Au lendemain non écrit, sous les étoiles où tout commence, rien ne finit. Dans l'étreinte du destin, les liens restent éternels dans le dessin.
Yeah, we did that one. Daniel. The cello. I'm just dying. No, I'm still exploring the game a little bit because I want to find the different bosses. But I'm having a hard time with some in some battles. It's still a lovely game to experience. Great to find all these small Easter eggs. No Simon yet. Sorry. You have to let me know where to find him. Yeah, I just love this track. Did you rewind the live stream, Daniel? Because I said earlier here in the live stream that it's my favorite track from the game. I'd love to hear this one live. Just to feel the cello in a live concert hall. Yeah, what a lovely track. Yeah, great work with the arrangement on all the orchestrations in Clair Obscur. It's a work of art. You did all great compositions from Laurent Testard and Alice and from all the instrumentalists. It's truly a piece of work, and I hope you get the Game of the Year awards. It's an obvious win. Don't you all think? Obvious win for Clair Obscur. Yeah, so finally, big thanks to everybody for joining in here tonight on this little listening party. And I hope to do more of these. And keep commenting and keep checking in on my videos. It helps to drive this channel forward. And so we can do more of this listening and music analysis videos. It's a little bit hard to do more deeper music analysis on live streams like this because it's a lot of stuff to juggle at the same time. You have to be careful about the chat for a while and all the technical stuff around it. But usually during live streams I do pick up maybe the piano or something like that. But today I wanted to make it a little bit more intimate, so I actually changed the lens here on the camera to a 30mm lens rather than the usual 16mm lens that I use on my videos. Yeah, so thanks everybody for joining in. Keep commenting and please leave a comment on this live stream and let me know what you think about this kind of format and if we should do more of these and what we should play next. I'm thinking about playing Ghosts of Yotei, like I mentioned earlier. I really love Ghosts of Tsushima. But I am gonna check back and play more Expedition 33 because we have yet a lot of stuff to explore. And we have to beat Simon, obviously, don't we? Yeah, big thanks back, Daniel. It's a lovely soundtrack to explore. It was lovely to see the live concert too from CTV. You have to come to Sweden. Maybe Stockholm or Umeå, where the place. I live a little bit more north up here in Sweden. Yeah. It was a blast. Yeah, maybe we'll do another one of these lives and tackle some of the other tracks that we didn't experience today. So we'll see. Yes, Jeremy Jollet, you use the Gestural Merchant as your phone call music. Yeah, that's a lovely, nice tip. Thanks. Yeah, thanks everybody for joining in tonight. I'm gonna head down and have some kvällsfika. Maybe a sandwich or something before I head to bed. Yeah, maybe an interview with Daniel. What do you think about that, Daniel? Maybe you can send me an email so I can get in touch with you. So we could set up an interview maybe. That would be lovely. Talk a little bit about the orchestral arrangement work on Clair Obscur. I'd love to do that one. So I have my email on most of my videos, so I'd appreciate if you reach out to me so we can get in touch and maybe do a set up an interview for the channel. I think a lot of people would appreciate a little talk about the orchestral work you did. Yeah, thank you, Vernitore, Jeremy Jollet, RPG Palette, Solo. Thanks a lot for contributing and yeah, asking for tracks to play. And for everybody who wrote on my little poll prior to doing the live stream. Inspector Gadget, thanks a lot for seeing you here. And yeah, Inspector Gadget was also a part of my playthrough of Clair Obscur. I don't see Lampmaster here today, but he was quite frequently in the playthrough too. And by all means, if you want to watch my playthrough of Clair Obscur, I set up a VOD channel or a video on demand channel called Gelheim Gaming. So you can, I think I have that channel linked to my regular videos. If you want to check out the playthrough of Clair Obscur in your own time, so to speak, and yeah, don't want to match the live stream times or anything, you can just jump into Gelheim Gaming and check out my playthrough. I haven't uploaded every episode yet, but I think it took me like 30 hours to finish the game. So I think it's like 13, 14 something-ish episodes before I finished. So I'm going to keep uploading the last couple of episodes. I actually need to check up on Twitch and see if they're still there, because if you have a certain account on Twitch, I think they might delete the content if it gets too old. No worries. 4 days before expiring. Episode 14. So I better download those episodes, I guess. Yeah, so anyways, thanks a lot for joining in today. And make sure you follow my channel, subscribe, write some nice feedback and comments. And by all means, keep asking for tracks we should listen to here in either a live stream or a video or anything. And also let me know what kind of games you'd like to see on my Twitch channel. And also let me know if there's a specific cue you want me to break down and maybe rearrange or reimagine like we did with the Gustav theme. It's always a pleasure to, and always fun to do a little bit of music too. Yes, that's all for tonight, guys. Thanks a lot for joining in, and see you in the next episode. Bye. Have a nice evening. Thanks, Solo. Thanks, everybody. Bye. That's a pity, RPG Palette. Hopefully he'll rewatch the live stream or something. Maybe I'll catch him in another live stream. I'm going to keep poking until I get one of them on the channel. Would be lovely to do an interview.